Hi everyone, welcome back to another video from WesKnows Tech News and Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the all-new Honor 50 smartphone. So this is the all-new addition to the Honor series of smartphones. 2380 by 1080 pixels. It's got a massive 66-watt charger. And of course in the box you also get a case. We love the Honor cases. Clear, lovely, they fit right on, and of course you also get a pair of earbuds. They might be wired, but they are there. Anyways, there is so much to tell you about this all-new smartphone from Honor. Here it is. Let's talk about it in detail in this review.
If you are new to WesKnows Tech News and Reviews, we talk about the latest tech news. We do brutally honest reviews and share hacks and tricks along the way.
Honor smartphones are back, and they're back with a bang, because a 6.57-inch AMOLED Full HD display, it is something to write home about. There are 4 cameras on this thing. There's a wide angle camera. You get a 10 times digital zoom on your photos and a 6 times digital zoom on your videos. There are so many options to play around with. You get up to 120 Hz display refresh rate. So when you're doing simple tasks, like say reading a book, the refresh rate will be 60 Hz. But as soon as you go into gaming, something like PUBG, 120 Hz is what you're going to get on the refresh rate. Not only do you get the 66-watt super fast Honor charge, you also get a battery that actually lasts the full day. And mind you, the super fast charge is a great thing, because just 20 minutes will give you 80% of the phone's charge. Thank you, Honor, for sending me this Honor 50, because this is quite a masterpiece. It's functional, it's very powerful, and it looks amazing. Anyway, let's discuss it. The Honor 50 is not just a symbol of style, but also the perfect way to record your everyday moments. And it's not just everyday, as in walking around taking pictures and short videos. You can do that, of course, but you can also take it to the next level. You can go professional with this. And there's been some really cool vlogging options added to this phone, but we'll get into it slightly later. It's got a powerful Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G processor, as well as a Turbo X graphics card, just to make sure you feel as smooth as possible when you're running those heavy games. Now let's break down this review into a couple of segments. First, we'll talk about the design of the actual phone. We'll tell you about its dimension, what it looks like, what it feels like. Then we'll talk about its cameras. And then, of course, we'll touch upon its extra features and functions, which make the whole experience a pleasure to use. But if you are interested specifically in watching a camera review, well, I've got the link to it just above me right now, as well as at the end of the video. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the design of the Honor 50 smartphone. Now, there are 4 setups of the Honor 50. None of them are going to look any different, but the insides, that's the difference. So, first of all, you've got the single and you've got the dual SIM phones. Now, considering you chose either one or the other, let's talk about the other differences. You can either get the 6GB RAM and the 128GB of ROM, or the 8GB of RAM and 256GB of ROM. Now with me today, I've got the 8GB of RAM as well as the 256GB of ROM. So this thing is a monster. Now, do you really need to expand the memory on a 256GB ROM? I don't think so. Well, I don't. And that's me including the videos that I edit. And of course, lots of music that I download. So 256GB just seems more than enough. And of course, the 8GB of RAM, that's a powerhouse. That's just really, really fast. Now let's talk about the dimensions of this phone. So we've got 160 by 73.8 by 7.8 millimeters. So really this phone is very thin indeed, especially the fact that the screen is curved around the edges. Mind you, the screen to body ratio is 89.7%, and you'll be happy to know that the notch is right bang in the middle of the top section of the smartphone. So it doesn't take up a lot of space. This is not the iPhone notch. This is just a little pinhole in the center of the top part of your smartphone. For a size of 6.57 inches, its weight is rather light at just 175 grams. That's not much at all. Okay, so let's quickly chat about the display on this thing. So you do get an OLED display. The refresh rate does go up to 120 Hz for those power hungry, for those refresh hungry games such as PUBG. Well, as an example for one. As I've mentioned previously, it is a 6.57 inch display. The resolution is 2380 by 1080 pixels, giving you a 392 ppi. That is 392 pixels per inch. So this screen is as immersive as you need it to be. Now there are in total of 5 cameras on the Honor 50. Let's talk about the selfie camera first. So there you've got a 32 megapixel front camera, and it is using the latest AI, so it can give you that beauty look, and you can actually set up how much of that beauty you actually want to use. Now let's talk about the rear cameras, because there's 4 of them. So first of all, you do get the main camera, 108 megapixels, and that is the wide camera. Then you get an 8 megapixels ultra wide camera, a 2 megapixels depth or bokeh effect camera, and then another 2 megapixel camera for the macro shots. Now the video footage from the selfie camera is only 1080p at 30 frames per second, but the rear camera can do Full HD, so it can do 1080 at 30 frames per second, as well as 60 frames per second, as well as 4K video footage, but at 30 frames per second. Now I did mention this earlier. If you do want to have a look at what this phone can do and what its cameras can specifically do, then do watch my camera review, which I've left a link to just above me, as well as at the end of the video. Now let's talk about the vlogging effects and the vlogging options that the Honor 50 brings to you. So basically, Honor 50 brings along multi-video shooting modes. So this is something very new to the market, but is absolutely awesome. Let me tell you how it works and actually show you how it looks. So basically, Honor 50 is equipped with 6 multi-video shooting modes with combinations that use the front and rear cameras at the same time. In just one take, users can choose from the following 6 modes to make their vlogging experience fun, exciting, and so engaging. So first of all, front to rear recording. Users can switch between the front and rear camera while shooting video content. Number 2, dual view recording. So this is both front and rear cameras used. So you can simultaneously shoot with both the front and the main camera. The dual view shows what is captured by both cameras side by side. Now number 3 is the dual view recording, and here users can shoot with both the rear main camera and the wide angle camera at the same time. The main camera also supports 6x digital zoom while video shooting. Number 4 is picture-in-picture. Now this is a very effective mode, and I like to use it personally. This mode allows users to overlay the view of the front camera onto the bigger view of the rear camera, or vice versa. It's particularly useful if users want the audience to focus on the content, but still let them see the person recording. So maybe I should be using that right now. Number 5 is fast motion recording and slow motion recording. So this mode allows users to capture the object or themselves with slow or fast motion effects, creating a cool and unique layer to video content. And number 6, single to dual view recording. So you can change from shooting in single camera to dual cameras at any time while recording. So that means that while actually having this vlog functionality, if you don't want it, you can switch it off. If you want a different effect, all you need to do is tap on the screen and you're using a different effect. This is agility and versatility at its best. And of course, you can engage beauty mode, even if you're using one of these 6 view modes. Now we know that vlogging is not only about showing the picture, it's also about sound, the story that's being told behind the scenes of the beautiful scenery or whatever the object you're filming. So the Honor 50 covers that for you as well. It's got true wireless recording. And basically this allows you, the user of the smartphone, to use your TWS or your true wireless headphones to record the sound that you need to be using for your video. So you don't need to connect a microphone, something like I'm doing now with a lavalier microphone. Technically, I could just use my TWS. Now, I did mention that this smartphone is a powerhouse. Well, let's actually compare it to the previous model. So the Honor 50 is equipped with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G, which features 4 powerful Cortex A78 cores with a maximum clock speed of 2.4 GHz, coupled with 4 Cortex A55 cores, giving you a total of 8 cores. Compared to the last generation, the CPU performance is 45% better, while AI processing power is 123% higher. Now let's talk about some of the other very cool features on this smartphone. We'll also talk about the sensors that are present on the Honor 50. And then of course, if you are interested, check out the review of the cameras on the Honor 50. Let's get into the features and functions. Let's start off with the cool features first. The Honor 50 is a 5G smartphone. Your GPS positioning is done via 5 satellite networks. NFC is also included. Now the charging is done via a USB-C connection, and the actual earbuds which are included in the box of the Honor 50, they're also connected via USB-C. The phone comes in with Android 11 and Magic UI 4.2. Thank you for watching this review of the Honor 50. If you have enjoyed the review, please drop me a like, and if you do want to see more of the same, please subscribe to the channel by hitting the red subscribe button below the video. Also, if you are interested in the cameras and a specific review of the cameras on the smartphone, then please follow the link that I've left just above me and at the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.